Sorry, we're closed.
Welcome back. Another episode. Sorry we're closed, Sean. And I just want to get started off by saying that me putting coffee, my iced coffee, in a wine glass is not as insane as you made it out to be pre-show.
I mean, when you said it was something you gathered from TikTok, it just seems so random to me.
It does. But I also think that this isn't only just a wine glass now that doesn't have a stem.
What do you mean?
There's no stem to it.
No, I know what a stem is. Thank you, idiot.
So what do I mean? I don't know how to explain it better than if you know what the stem
You
is.
said this is not only a wine glass
because it doesn't have a stem. I think it can be used in many different facets because
of course
no
it
stem.
can. It could be
So I
used
guess
to.
it's not that weird.
It could be used to be a pot for flowers.
Boom.
Could feed a mule.
Any other animals we could feed?
Feed a lot of animals with that glass.
All right. Well, welcome back. Question of the day, Sean, as we start off all shows.
The conundrum of this moment.
The conundrum of this moment comes to us today from Mr. Sal Vulcano. His podcast. As you know, I really enjoy his stuff on TikTok.
He's a national treasure.
Yeah, I just recently saw our friend Tommy Smokes interact with him.
So did I. He
invited him to a
his
party.
birthday party or something. Anytime I see Sal Vulcano's face,
Yes.
I'm going to consume the content.
Yeah, I love Sal Vulcano. Love Sal Vulcano. But anyway, this comes from his podcast. Shout out, Sal. I don't want to take credit for something and get views off you. Well, I do, but I just want to let you know that I'm doing it, and hopefully you see this.
Maybe you hate it less.
Here you go, Sean. If you could opt out of death, would you? The conundrum of this moment.
I have thought about this before. I'm going to say, oh boy, this is tough. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that I would not opt out of death, which is an insane thought.
Is it though? I can tell you on Sal's show, it was across the board.
Everyone
no.
says I want to die.
Yes, which is crazy.
It is crazy because nobody really wants to die. It's like what Dad says. Like, I want to live to 100, and you say that until you're 99. Right?
Exactly.
And it is true. I will say that at this stage of my life, 34 years old, I do believe there's something else. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's a bearded gentleman pulling all these strings. But I do believe there's something else.
Okay.
So I don't believe that it's completely gone. You're completely nothing when this whole thing is over.
Yeah.
So I mean that's comforting. It's still like one of those things where it's like, you're okay. Here we go. We're really going to test this belief here.
Well, the thing that's interesting to me is that they like everyone's afraid to die. No one wants to die. No one wants to die. And then you ask them, well, if you could opt out, would you? And they're like, well, when you put it like that, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I do want to die.
Yeah.
And it's like to think, yes, I want to die.
Correct.
That's an insane phrase to say.
But like, what are the ramifications of not dying?
The thing is, I tell you the question that came up on Sal Vulcano's podcast was, well, they asked Sal, were you worried about his cholesterol? He's like, no, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I guess who cares about it because you just keep rolling.
Yeah, ambition.
But
leads,
I think that's the problem. Is there's what like
Why
motivate? Why do
live?
anything?
Why do anything? You only do things to pay your bills so you continue on living.
You're and if you're like truly motivated to help other people.
Yeah.
And even then,
yeah, I'm picking death. I'm not opting out. The one person did say if I could bring my family and friends along with me, then okay, maybe. But he's like,
are we saying like kind of like a singular person?
Yeah. So you're saying like if we go on,
no way.
Yeah.
No,
like
well,
in 150 years, all my friends and family are gone, minus my great granddaughter.
For the fans of cinema out there, The Green Mile. That was the curse because he killed John Coffey, and his curse was that he never died, and all of his friends forever have gone.
Yep. Yeah. You can always make new friends.
And I think like when you like look at elderly folks,
yeah,
I think there is like an acceptance and almost all right. What am I doing here? Here's the other question about that as well. It's like, do you have vitality?
Yes.
So like I can
you don't
stop
just
at
keep withering away.
34.
You don't just keep withering away. Yeah, but I mean, you do. Let's take for example.
Turn into a freaking amoeba.
Yeah, but you look at old people. You know, sometimes they get to a point where all they have is their child and the family that their child has made.
Look at old people. You know, they just got nothing going for them.
You think about it though. That's a lot of times what it turns out to be. So it's I don't.
But I think look, I agree. Like I think the
for
majority
agreeing.
of elderly folks don't have a lot cooking. Okay,
Correct.
But I think there are select like go-getters who are like really like
Go-getters.
who are killing it in their 70s.
I think
80s.
there are. I think
90s.
hundreds.
Probably. I don't know about hundreds. I don't know. When you hit the century mark, you're all
again,
set.
Sean, I agree with you. I think and if you did you know you were living forever, maybe you are a little bit more oomph. But like you're a little bit more go-getting because you know we gotta make friends here. I'm not the end isn't near for me.
It doesn't exist for you.
Exactly.
And then you're also, but I mean, if you really say that you're opting out of death, like, are you saying that you're going to be around when the sun swallows the earth?
You can't die.
I think that would be an absolute nightmare.
I agree.
I think that would be miserable to live 5 million years.
Mm-hmm.
And even then you're just floating in space somehow with an oxygen tube and McDonald's.
Yeah. So the answer amongst the Light brothers here is no.
Yeah.
We're not opting out.
So interesting, though.
It is
So interesting. That's a good poll.
Yeah, because if you can, and we go back to this almost every episode, Sean. If you listen to the episode, because not everyone has someone to dialogue with when they're looking at these polls. If you listen to the episode, you get a better sense of what really, and then you think, oh no, I don't want to die. Opt in or opt out of death, and then you listen to us talk about it, or you're just going home and talk to your friends about it. You're like, well, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't want to live forever. So talking things through is, I just think a very helpful thing. So the Light brothers are opting out of dying.
No, we're
opting in and dying.
We opt in.
We prefer
It's a
to
weird
die.
thing to opt into, but
We prefer to die. Speaking of opting in, Sorry We're Closed is brought to you by my friends over at WynnBET. WynnBET is bringing the excitement of Wynn Las Vegas, the online sports betting. Whether you're a recreational player or a serious handicapper, WynnBET is your ticket to every exciting wager, from straight bets to parlays, teasers, and any exotic proposition wager you can dream up. Sign up today and use promo code XSWC. That is XSWC. And after placing your first $50 wager, you will receive $200 to bet with. There is also a $10 casino bonus for those in New Jersey and Michigan if you wager $10 as a first-time player. Again, the promo code is XSWC. There's no better way to enjoy sports than with some extra winnings in your pocket to use for all your favorite bets. And you're going to need those extra winnings, Sean, if you're living forever. You got a lot of bills to pay for the rest of the time. Betting is a team sport. Join the WynnBET team and bet with the best. However, that team is going to change throughout the time.
going to see a lot of recruiting classes, my friend.
Recruiting classes. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older. Participate only available in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New York, and New Jersey, and Virginia.
I would like to just say that Patrick is getting jollies from how fast he reads the fine print.
I'm going to try to continue to go faster and faster.
Maybe you can get voiceover work.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Well, maybe you could, but you ever see those guys on like TikTok who are just like, like do a voiceover work challenge, and it's just like a random dude, and he's like, in a land far, far away.
Yeah, I have
like,
seen those
whoa.
things. Anywho, for those of you who don't know what jollies are, this is one of those things.
They all know what jollies are.
Sean gets jollies from knowing where he's going in New York City. Oh, is that the East Village?
I do.
Oh, is that south? That's south of. Oh, that's 61st Street. 61st on the east side. Yes, of course.
That's a good one.
Of
I
course.
do get jollies.
Yeah,
from
no, you
that.
get the jollies.
I
from
get
that.
jollies. If I get mega jollies when somebody asks me for directions.
Oh, I know.
Someone's like, Sean, they know me on on the street.
Hey, Sean, I know you. Sorry,
So
we're
he's like,
closed.
excuse me, do you know where the Wall Street is? As a matter of fact, I do.
Yes.
Let me bask in this for a
So
second.
you're gonna take the F to the 12. You get off at the 12. You could take it to the E, but that would be uncanny of you.
That would be very uncanny.
Anyway, you'll hear Jollies come up as we go along here. Moving on, though, Sean, Red Sox, Yankees, our next segment.
Panic in the Bronx.
They lost a game yesterday.
They lost like 2 of 3 games. 8. They've won 8 of the last 10.
So they're 8 in the last 10.
Panic in the Bronx.
They still have yet to reach double-digit losses at home. They are 50-18. Here's a little fun fact. I saw this the other day. If the Yankees were competing with all teams in baseball, they would still be 5 games up on the second place team. And the other team is not even an hour. Well, technically, depending on traffic.
Well, depending how you travel over there. I have a question because I saw this today and I don't know what this is. I mean, I have an idea, but I don't really know. This is arbitration day for. So is this
part of our notes.
Today the day that the hearing happens?
I don't know if it's a one-day event, but it begins.
Probably multiple.
It begins.
Is Aaron sitting in on this?
Oh yeah, that's why they try to avoid it. That's
in the middle of a season.
I don't know everything about it, but it would appear as though that's about to happen. Yes.
That is very interesting to me.
And the thing,
you got to imagine Aaron's going to go back to the fucking clubhouse.
You believe these fucking guys?
Yeah.
That's
the first F-bomb I ever dropped on this, by the way.
Oh, there you go. That's what Scott Boras said when we were sitting down. That you try to avoid arbitration because they're going to go after your girlfriend. They're going to go after everything that is just anything they can go after. Because the other thing that people don't know about arbitration that maybe the average fan doesn't know about is the Yankees are going in there offering $17 million.
Right.
Aaron Judge is asking for $21 million. In an arbitration hearing, there is no negotiating. The
single guy.
The arbitrator.
Or gal.
Yeah, but the arbitrator either picks 17 or he picks 21. He can't pick 18-5.
So is he picking it for this season?
I'd have to look that up.
That's a crazy job.
It is a crazy job.
You are worth 17.
But I do believe it's this season. I could be wrong on that. But
interesting.
Yes, today is arbitration day. I mean, Aaron Judge has to be going into this feeling pretty good after the year.
I think he's got to be feeling excellent.
I think the Yankees are going to be like, fuck, son of a bitch. But
could have been good riding the slump into this thing.
Yes, interesting.
What if the arbiter comes in wearing an Aaron Judge jersey?
That would be tough.
That would be tough. I feel like this is not biased.
Yeah, I feel like we should get a new arbiter. But team as a whole, obviously the Yankees playing very well still.
Of course. I mean, literally, there's
thing,
just nothing to add here.
Over and over again with the Yankees. Are playing well, though they lost 2 of the last 3.
But I do like the panic in the Bronx.
Panic
in the Bronx. I mean, down in Tampa, are they focused? They lost to the Blue Jays.
John, listen, not 100% sure. The Yankees are in a
panic in the Bronx.
Panic in the Bronx.
But this is an interesting wrinkle, the arbitration thing. I do think that's interesting.
That
is such a crazy scenario that he's going to go sit in a room. Is like who from the Yankees is there?
I don't think the owners go, but I think it's like the president and the GMs.
I'm sure they have a legal staff there.
Cashman will be in there, and they'll just say terrible.
So is Cashman going to be like pull out a list of like, yo, this is the reason this guy sucks?
Yep. Why he's worth 17, not 21. I think more times than not.
I mean, do they even have a case?
So I'm sure they do. I'm sure it's weaker now, but they always go in. Both sides always go in.
Judge walks in full uniform.
both people, both sides walk in with comps, just like in real estate.
Yeah.
You know, this person got this much, this person got this much, blah 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 blah. So both will have things. I heard it gets messy. If I'm the Yankees right now, I don't let it get messy.
That's what I'm saying.
You go in, listen. All right, although we could say 4, are we really wanting to say $4 million here?
Because if they want to sign him long term, they're going to pay him. They got to pay up anyway.
Yeah. So I would just say, listen, let's do the 21.
How interesting would that be if they just folded? They're like, he's worth it.
Yeah, I think he's also worth 21.
I mean, that's crazy, but if you're the Yankees, $4 million is not a thing. You don't want to get a fight
with. You don't want to get a fight with Aaron Judge right now.
You have the best player in baseball,
arguably,
and I mean, he wants to stay. The whole world loves him.
Mm-hmm. He's very close to the face of baseball because he's in the Bronx. I mean, people still consider Trout to be better than him.
Yes.
Shohei Ohtani is definitely in that conversation.
He's incredible.
He's incredible. But because he's in the Bronx,
Right.
And all three of them are very likable figures.
Yeah.
Trout probably being the least likable, and then Judge and Shohei both everyone loves those
And
two
Judge
guys.
is like a 6'7", like beast. He's
Exactly.
Really
So,
does it.
I think it'd be unwise, uncanny.
I think. Well, I think what we'll see then is. I mean, how unheard of is it for them to walk in there and be like, you know what, we're just going to eat
kidding.
this.
I don't know how unheard of it is.
Like, could it just be posturing all the way up?
Good news is we have Scott Boras on the line. Scott, come on.
Like, there's Scott Boras there.
Imagine he sound like that.
Scott Boras is one of the most gangsta dudes I've ever met.
Yes. He's not like rapping to you,
But he is just a G, man.
yes, he's great. He's fantastic. But the Yankees, like I said, nothing to really add for the Yankees. They are fantastic. They continue to be fantastic.
Love what's happening up north, though.
But Boston is coming.
I like it. They
have now officially moved into third place.
I knew
the
it
Rays.
was coming. I knew it was coming.
Above the Rays.
It's only a matter of time.
They're only a half game above, but they're above the Rays. Last 40 games, they are 28-12.
That's outstanding.
Outstanding.
That's outstanding work.
Outstanding.
Kudos to Alex Cora. Love Alex Cora.
We love Alex Cora. Love it.
You're not going to find a more objective Yankee fan than this guy right here.
No, Sean, listen, you've been great so far. But the Red Sox continue to play. They won last night against Detroit, which they expect to do. Detroit's not a very good club, but we won last night against Detroit. I mean, let's just rattle off some statistics here. They're still 12 and a half games back from the Yankees, and they caught up a game last night.
Panic in the Bronx.
They are 7-3 in their last 10. They are only they're full game. No, they're only a half game behind the Blue Jays. So tonight,
Blue Jays don't look that good.
Tonight they could take second place from the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
I fully anticipate, based off what I'm viewing here in the AL East, I'm fully anticipating a Red Sox Yankee finish at first and second place in the division.
Yeah, I agree.
But they do seem to be the best teams in the division. And again, I want to make a note. Baltimore Orioles, good for you guys sticking it through and kind of still pushing here. They've won 30 games this year. They're not that bad of a team, and they're sneaky, can play spoiler.
Yeah, they've definitely.
They'd only be 5 games out of the
They're
lead
not like
in the AL
the
Central.
ass of the league anymore.
No, they'd be 5 games out of the AL Central behind the Guardians.
The Guardians.
The Guardians.
I still can't get on board.
But they may
with
be a
that.
little bit more than that.
I can't get on board with the Guardians or
They'd
the
be more
Commanders.
than 5 games out. Or the what?
Commanders. I feel like it's from the replacements.
Yeah, it's interesting because like our kids will only know the Guardians.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
same, but because we knew the Indians, we knew the Redskins. The only thing.
The Redskins in particular sounds significantly more racist when you say it now.
Oh yeah, you're literally just talking about someone's pigment of their skin. So yeah, but good for the Orioles to actually still be fighting around here. But I fully anticipate this to be a Red Sox Yankee thing. I think
I have a hard time believing that's not going to be the case.
I think this if this continues to go this way, we're looking at a pretty electric series in Boston come first week of July.
That's
Yankees, Red Sox.
I want to get to a game.
Keep in mind, I'm going up there for it. I think you're going to be away, but keep in mind. Let's say the Red Sox pull within 10, right? 10 games. On the off chance, let's real quick here. I just want to bring this up here. Red Sox schedule because I want to see how many games it is in there. We're just gonna play for funsies, okay? Sean, a quick for funsies. I don't want Ticketmaster. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. Red Sox Yankees is a 4-game set. Let's just have some fun here. They pull within 10 games, let's say. They're 10 games back going into the series. And let's say,
this
for example...
is the July series you're
July
talking?
series. Let's say, for example, they sweep the Yankees.
Okay.
Right then and there, and this is what I want to take home to Red Sox fans. A sweep against the Yankees is unlikely. They're an unbelievable ball club. But let's say, for example, we have a series. We have a series.
It would be weird if the Yankees didn't get swept at all this season.
It would be weird. And the Red Sox are a very good club right now. But so let's say they do that. They're now all of a sudden 6 games back. And now we're talking. And now so that means we only have to catch up in the next, let's say, That's about 20 days away, 15 days away.
How many games back is it like in baseball where, like in basketball, I guess it kind of is relative there, where if you're like being 6 games up is gargantuan.
Depends where you are in the season, obviously. But if you're like 5 or 6 games up going into September, late August, that's a lot to catch up in a month. Okay. The thing is with
We've
baseball,
seen what we need to see.
Yeah, the thing is with baseball, and this is why I don't know if it's relevant to the NBA. The thing is with baseball is that oftentimes the July month and the September month you play your division. So you might have 2 series against that same team. So if you can take care of business in the other series, as long as you take care of business in those 2 series, you got a fighting chance. So that's the thing at the end of the season. You have an opportunity. Very unlikely still, especially with a team like the Yankees who are so good. But it's certainly because most of the times you hope to catch up a game in a 3-game set. You hope to take 2 out of 3. It only catches up a game.
Right.
To catch up 5 more, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, again, not much to add here. The Red Sox are chugging along, though. They're chugging along. They're playing good baseball. So
it's gonna be fun to go up to that game.
I'm looking forward. I'll be up there. What's the name of the hotel that you stay in? No,
the one you do?
Yeah, what's that name?
Copley Square?
It's in Fairmont and Copley Square. Oh, I love that hotel. Love that. Really, it's not even so much about the rooms. The rooms are nice whenever. It's about the bar. Remember the bar?
Tell you, the bar was sweet.
Oh, the bar.
But it's like a palatial hotel. Like it's like a old school. And I like that vibe in Boston.
I like that vibe. I'm like an old school guy.
We did with the Lakers, we stayed at the Ritz in Boston.
Where's the Ritz?
It was right by Emerson College. I remember getting a Starbucks there.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know where Emerson College.
I have no idea where that is. Anywho, look around the league. In the AL Central, it's boring. The Twins have 3 more wins. 3 more wins than the Guardians do, but it looks like the Guardians have had some rainouts because they are.
Watched the Twins play the Yankees. The Twins were all right. I didn't think they were. I thought they looked okay.
The Twins are a good ball club. Good ball. I mean, they're very similar. I think they have the exact same record as the Red Sox.
Matt Capps.
Yeah, they do.
Shout out Matt Capps.
Matt Capps, who's the announcer for the Pirates, right?
That's right. He told me that sneaky Minnesota's the best place to play in baseball. Very sneaky.
I played in Minnesota.
Well, you weren't there long enough. So what he told me was that like everybody on the team, at least when I don't know what the gap was, maybe like 5-6 years between when you and him played. And you were in such a different situation. But he said most of the guys like lived up on these lakes. And like they would go up there, and it was just like summer fun. Like they lived in these 6 spots.
Interesting.
And there weren't places around the league that like had proximity like that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know people talked about that in Minnesota. I never did it, obviously.
I always wondered, and I also always wondered why the Diamondbacks there's very few places in the country that are better to live than Phoenix. I just always was interested why that never became like a destination somehow.
So they suck.
But it's interesting. But they don't like the sun.
I didn't love living in Phoenix.
Yeah, but you didn't experience Phoenix.
I lived there for 2 months.
Yeah,
I walked around all the time.
No, you lived crap Phoenix.
I lived in Phoenix.
No, you lived. Where the heck was that? You were in like Surprise or something.
No. No, first off, I didn't live in Peoria. I lived in Phoenix when I went to spring training.
Phoenix isn't the move. It's Scottsdale.
Okay, so you just said living in Phoenix was spectacular.
That's like saying New Rochelle versus Manhattan.
Thing is, and Scottsdale's cool and all, but you've been around. All these cities are nice bar towns to go out in. You can go in anywhere.
Well, I actually don't agree with. Well, you can have a good time anywhere. Yeah. But the when the weather is nice.
Yeah, the weather's nice, but you're playing in the summer. Everywhere's nice.
Yeah, but no. I've been a lot of places.
So have I.
Milwaukee. Sorry, guys.
I haven't been
not excellent. Milwaukee was my least favorite NBA city.
I've heard Milwaukee's quite fun.
Oh, I had a good time in Milwaukee.
Yes, you did.
I watched Tim DeFrancesco, head strength and conditioning coach, Los Angeles Lakers, full sprinting down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, yelling randomness into the. And they had a haunted hotel. I didn't like that. I mean, that really doesn't speak to the city and the vibrance of the city. But I hated the team hotel.
Sean hates Milwaukee. People from Milwaukee that listen to this, which I don't believe there are any, but if you do, and if you have friends there, send this to them.
Sneaky best hotel in the NBA circuit. Freaking Salt Lake City.
Really?
Unbelievable hotel.
Fun city to play in.
Not a good city to go out in.
It's iffy.
The drinking scene there.
I went out in Salt Lake. I didn't have a bad time.
I mean, you can have fun anywhere. Exactly. You can have fun anywhere.
But Salt Lake's not Scottsdale.
No, it's not. I'd rather live in Scottsdale.
Yeah. Are you rather live in Scottsdale or in Manhattan?
Well, Manhattan, obviously. But Scottsdale's sneaky. What I'm saying.
The thing is, the destination places. You're talking about Manhattan. You're talking about Boston. You're talking about LA. You're talking about Chicago.
Yes.
Maybe Miami.
Yeah,
but
even
Miami
Chicago
sucks.
is a maybe.
People
Chicago is a second tier. It is. It is.
I
stand on
Scottsdale's
it.
above Chicago. That's same tier.
No.
Scottsdale
I
just
didn't
has a
say
bu-
that. I didn't say
Scottsdale
that.
just got a bunch of girls in lingerie walking around giving you bottles that are upcharged about 4,000%.
That's good business. Entrepreneurs. They know how to sell.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yes.
No, Chicago is not a top tier city.
I
It's
love
not.
my time in Chicago.
New York is number 1. That's tier on its own.
As far as like having fun?
No, you can have fun anywhere.
What do we
No.
So what's the rating system?
Swag.
Manhattan.
Sean's swag system.
How is LA not on the swag system?
I've lived in LA. LA's just weird. It's like downtown LA sucks.
Yeah, but if you're living in Hollywood,
That's different. But that's not LA.
but
That's
you're,
like saying
you're including Scottsdale.
Huh?
You're including Scottsdale.
That's like including the Hamptons in
Yeah, but
New
you're
York
including
City.
Scottsdale. And we're only talking about this. We're always
Well,
talking
I'm
about the
including.
city.
I'm not speaking about Phoenix.
But the stadium isn't in Scottsdale, is it?
Irrelevant.
What's the home of the Arizona Diamondbacks?
The Salt River Fields
It's-
at Talking Stick.
So how's Talking Stick?
It's magnificent. It is. Well, I don't know about it anymore.
You have to include surrounding places. You're telling me on off days, Aaron doesn't take a chopper out to the Hamptons?
A chop out to the Hamptons. You telling me? You
telling me
that Aaron Jones ain't taking a chopper?
he's taking a chopper?
He's definitely taking a chopper.
Yeah. You have to include the Hamptons. You got to include the Cape, which is way less cool than the Hamptons, in my opinion. But I think you're talking about Boston, New York City, because let me talk about this. You're also like the swag of the team. So like,
That's a big deal.
being a Cub
Yes, big deal.
is top tier,
Being a White Sox.
not so top tier, but it's similar to being a Yankee to a Met.
We're putting a lot of people on notice today.
Yeah, being a Red Sox, top tier.
Top
being
tier.
a Dodger, top tier.
Top tier.
Being an Angel,
That's Anaheim, though.
Anaheim. Being a Diamondback, bottom of the barrel. Like if you tell girls, I remember this stuff. There's a reason why people only know me for my time at the Red Sox. Although I spent like 5 days in the big leagues with them, it's because it's top tier.
Nobody talks about my strength and conditioning days with the Mobile Bay Bears.
No. Only people. You don't post pictures about that. You post pictures about you being on the court stretching some hamstring with the Lakers.
I was stretching a quad. That is a magnificent photo, by the way.
Magnificent photo.
I'm so glad. It was like my third game.
I don't see any Mobile Bay Bear pictures.
No.
So I don't know how we got to this point and look around the league.
We're just talking about nonsense. We're talking about just how everybody's a second-rate city.
They are. Anywho, look around the league. Guardians and Twins atop the AL Central. The White Sox still kind of suck. Tigers suck, and Royals suck. AL West, the Astros still have a commanding, similar to the Bronx Bombers.
I don't like Houston either.
Yeah, Houston wasn't that good.
Quiet, sleepy town.
Yeah, not that great. But
Somebody from Houston's like, wait, what?
Fuck
What
you,
what
man.
do we do to anybody?
But yeah, Houston, 10-game lead on the second place Rangers.
That's a fat lead.
Yeah, it's similar to the Bronx Bombers. Only the Bronx Bombers actually have good teams in the division. Looking over to the National League, the second best team in baseball, the New York Mets, right across downtown here, going to the Queens area.
Couldn't be further away from downtown.
It could be further away. It could be Scottsdale. They're shunking his Jollies again. 45-25, 5.5 game lead on the Braves. The Braves continue to play well. And the Phillies quietly coming back into the fold.
Is Bryce
here.
Harper a good baseball player still?
Yeah, I believe so. I think he's like still being great, actually. But yes, Philly's coming back into the fold, 8.5 games back. The rest of the division's irrelevant. Cardinals, Brewers tied for the top of the lead of the NL Central. Pirates, not sneaky good, but sneaky like the Orioles, where
Their
they're
athletic
not
training staff is
excellent.
supreme.
By the way, I want to shout out Matt Tenney.
Matt Tenney.
Congratulations to Matt Tenney.
Truly.
Who does he work for again?
Head strength and conditioning coach, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Ooh, great. I'm sure that strength coach came into pretty much a lot of scrutiny before his time.
Oh, many scrutinies.
Any scrutiny. So shout out to Matt Tenney for cleaning that up.
He's got his broom out and he is sweeping that place up like
Cleaning
you
that
wouldn't
up.
believe.
Congratulations, Matt Tenney. Looking up to the NL West.
The best part is he has no idea we're doing
I
this.
know. Padres, Padres and Dodgers tied for the top of the NL West. Giants hanging out 3.5 games back, the rest of the division, including your Arizona Diamondbacks.
My Arizona Diamondbacks.
11 games back. Irrelevant team in the NL West. Look around the league.
They just haven't been able to put it together.
No, look around
and
the
it is
league.
a great club.
You know, if you do want to put it together, look to WynnBET is bringing the excitement of Wynn Las Vegas to online sports betting and casino play. Get in all your favorite teams, players, and sports from boosted parlays to live in-game odds on every major sport. They have what you need to win. Sign up today and use promo code XSWC. And after placing your first $50 wager, you will receive $200 to bet with. There is also a $10 casino bonus for those in New Jersey and Michigan if you wager $10 as the first-time player. Again, use the promo code XSWC. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 and older to participate. Only available in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New York, New Jersey, Tennessee, and Virginia. That's pretty good,
That's really good.
right?
That's really good. Remember that guy Twista?
I do. He said words, but that was how fast he did
It was remarkable.
it.
He did not catch on as a rapper, though, as
No.
a rap artist.
No, he did not catch on as a rap artist. Quick note, Sean, do you have any notes that you want to go over today?
The only thing that I thought was interesting that we could chat about was Brooksy Koepka.
So that was the only other note I had. I had two notes that were not baseball related, but baseball related. One was Aaron Judge going
Sure.
arbitration, which is almost strictly baseball related.
Yeah.
And then Brooks Koepka going over to LIV, which was surprising to a lot of people based off his comments at the U.S. Open.
Well, he was very non-committal at the.
He just didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And he said he hadn't put much thought into
Yeah.
it. And then a week later, he clearly put a ton of thought into it and moved.
He's always that guy, though. I don't know if he's faking it, but he's always like, I don't even play golf in the off season. Look, I don't pick up a golf club until the next tournament.
Yeah, he has been always that guy. And I think I would really like Brooks Koepka, but I also sometimes think like, I don't know if I really like you.
But if he's honest, if he really doesn't pick it up, or is he just pretending?
Yeah.
Or is he out there practicing for hours?
I'm sure he really doesn't pick up a golf club.
Yeah.
It just like sometimes the way he presents himself
Yeah.
comes off a little douchey.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all. But me and his wife made
Watch
a
out,
lot of eye
Brooks.
contact. A lot of eye contact.
Copious, some might say.
Some would say she might have been thinking, "Who's this weirdo looking at me?"
He was motioning for security.
I still will never forget that. Looking, I think did I tell a story on this podcast?
Maybe.
Okay, where where were we at, Sean?
Gosh. Might have been the Northern Trust Open.
Northern Trust,
In
and we went
Paramus.
to go see Tiger. And I was told Sean, I was like, this girl's making a lot of eye contact with me. She's pretty
giving me
good.
the
And
googly
she's
eyes.
going to every hole that I go to.
I figured I must have been claimed already.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. What
I was
the-
dibsed.
What was what was that?
I was in Puerto Rico.
Oh, because what was the girl that I had? What was her name?
I don't
I probably don't want to announce it, but there was
Marisol.
there was two young ladies. One was not young, but
Was it Rosemary?
Yeah, Rosemary and this other lady. Let's say her name was Esmeralda, and Esmeralda was a cute little girl. Not okay. She was. she was of age. I gotta make this definitely.
It was a cute little girl.
Moving on. Our new segment today. Sean, pick up your cards. Pick up your cards. Sorry, we're closed. Cards. And we have a new segment today.
We're done with Brooks Koepka, by the way.
He moved on.
He moved
Whatever.
on. It's weird. PJ must suck.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, Sean, but there's a new trend going around. And oftentimes, as I mentioned before the show, I like to do trends that I wouldn't do on my own. and because I need someone or something. So bring them onto the show. Bring them on the show. Good segment. And the segment's called "She's a 10, but ...
Okay.
And so we each have 3 cards, and we will read off the trends. I think we'll read off one by one. I have 3 different butts on our cards. So I will go first.
Okay.
She's a 10, and you have to rate that girl. The new rating.
Okay.
She's a 10, but she's a sloppy drunk. And we're talking like,
So she's a 10 everything,
Yep.
but this. Now, what does this turn her down to?
yeah.
Nice.
But she's sloppy drunk always. When she drinks, it's like she's got 1 speed. She's one of those people. 1 speed,
8.5.
8.5. Well, he takes down 1.5 point.
Yeah, that's okay. She's
10
hanging
everything.
out with me enough. She's going to stop drinking. Sorry, Stefan.
Stefan was a raging alcoholic until she met you. I'm doing 7.5. I'm taking 2.5 points off. You gotta be control your liquor with me. I drink constantly.
Yeah.
You gotta be
nonstop.
Literally. There's Jameson in that coffee. Sean?
Okay, she's a 10, but she has 0 ambition. I thought it said she has ambition. She has 0 ambition. It's weird because you already know these.
Yes. I'm gonna drop her down to a 5.
That would be really
It
tough.
drains on me.
Yeah.
If you're just-
0 ambition
0
is very challenging.
It would drain on me.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have that. What are you rating her?
I think I'm going to be right in that ballpark. That would be. I think in the beginning you'd look past it and it would eat at you.
Just continue
Like
to drain.
do something.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
So what's the rating?
I'll say 5.
5.
I'll agree with you.
All right, next. She's a 10, but she hates The Office.
She's a 10. I'm cool with that. She can stay at 10.
Stay at 10.
Yeah.
Hates The Office.
That does not affect.
Does not affect. Stays at 10, folks. If she hates The Office, I mean, she has a real bad taste in shows. Her judgment is off.
She hates Doug Heffernan. You're out of here.
So if she's a 10, I'm saying she's now a 7.
Okay. She's a 10, but she schedules, if you would give me this
No,
one.
I know.
She schedules events during favorite team games. We'd break up immediately.
So she's a 0.
It's a non-negotiable.
But no, so here's the thing. I knew you would play this game this way too.
No.
I would never allow that. So that's not a realistic scenario.
No,
for
it's
me.
okay. No, I would just end our relationship.
So what is she rate? She a 0?
I mean, she's got a pulse. She's a 1.
She's a 1. So pulse. So dead is 0.
Dead is 0.
She had, but as long as she's still living, she's a 1. So she's the bottom of the barrel for the living people.
I mean, that's just absolutely. Even after I've expressed my direct requests, and I'm going to go play Chutes and Ladders. I don't know any. I'm going for Chutes and Ladders Day, noon on a Saturday. Stephanie knows damn well.
Sean has 12 Saturdays a year,
12 Saturdays a year, 13 if we're good, 14 if we're excellent.
which we've never been. So I absolutely cannot miss West Virginia football games. Quick story, and shout out to Brian O'Connor, Opie, for this one.
He's over there going, "Oh yeah, yeah."
we were going to go play. I believe it was 3-on-3, 2-on-2,
2-on-2,
2-on-2 basketball.
Oh, no,
it was 3-on-3.
It was 3-on-3.
Because I had
yeah.
to get some weirdo on my team.
Yeah, it was like you and Neller.
Me, Neller, and someone else. I forget who it was. But we were going to play 3-on-3, and Brian O'Connor, our good friend Brian, had 2 of his buddies from his high school, which is one of our, I wouldn't say rivals, but one of the ones we play.
Yeah, ones we just beat the crap out of for years.
Back home. And we needed a third for our team to have our full high school. Be me, my brother, and my friend. We all went to high school together. And West Virginia was playing that day against Baylor. And to add context, West Virginia was atrocious. And Baylor was like number 1 in the country.
They were like number 2 or 3.
Number 2 or 3. And we were losing regardless. And we were going to get absolutely annihilated, which we then did.
I think we only lost by like 25.
We then did. But Sean refused to miss to go play some basketball with the boys, which to this day, the story is still told because we all thought it was absolutely ridiculous because the team was terrible.
It's just no.
How do you enjoy the enjoyment of watching your team get curb stomped?
It's not about that game though. It's about building to the future. I want to see what we have. I want to see like, okay,
don't have anything.
I like this guy. Well, I had to see that. I had to make my analysis. That's why I watched the spring game. I see what we got coming into the season. That is just a thing. That is a thing for me. I realize that not a lot of people are resonating with that.
I'll take that back though. So I don't resonate. So her doing it. This is my 10 still. Could care less. I don't have a team. I will say we're going to say just in general games because I'm not going to say like the West Region National Championship. You're not scheduling anything. Sorry, I'm watching that game.
Right.
But just in general, I don't care. Like, if you want to schedule a game, the team I enjoy watching the most is West Virginia football,
right.
then it's the Red Sox. If you want to schedule a game, schedule something to go while the Red Sox are playing, that's fine. Like, I don't need to watch all 162 games. But I will say, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. There are tons of Sox fans out there. I'm sure there's tons of West Virginia fans out there that have the exact same belief that you have. They absolutely, you cannot. Football Sunday is off limits to a lot of people.
You remember that guy, Big Cat, the like older gentleman who would dress
insane.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
There was something like he hadn't missed a game in like 35 years, road and home. I don't see him anymore. I hope he's okay. But
yeah,
it's been a long time.
Yes.
And there was like they said like he missed his like the birth of his granddaughter. I think his daughter's wedding or something like that. Yeah, no, that's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
I will miss the game. I don't want to do it.
We were at my brother-in-law's bachelor party, and Sean. This is a better story. Brother-in-law's bachelor party, and Sean was watching. Who were they playing?
I believe it was Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, and it was a big game.
Yeah.
Washington wasn't bad that year.
That was the Will Greer.
Yeah, it was a big game. It was a big game, and Sean was watching it at the dinner table. He then proceeded, because he wasn't getting good enough service in the Atlantic City Resort, he then proceeded to leave the dinner table to watch the rest of the game. West Virginia lost. And the tension at the table was palpable. People were very concerned as to how the night was going to go based off of Sean's reaction to this game, because I'm sure I talked about it a little bit. I'm sure Mark knew how serious Sean takes this and how we might have a guy that is full send bad mood the rest of the night. Full send.
I came around.
I will give you that. You bit the bullet and you said, "No, guy, this is fine. This is fine. I want to kill myself, but this is fine."
A couple self-deprecating.
I'm fine.
Love Ross Geller.
Ross Geller, very underrated character.
Yeah, it's just the Mountaineers. It's just I love the Mountaineers, but I also say now with YouTube TV, I am more comfortable missing it because I can turn off my notifications. I can alert the people who are going to message me, and I can
alert the people that are going to message me.
Well, I have a couple friends that text me during the games, and I can watch it tomorrow in a very comfortable pace.
Yes, very comfortable pace.
So that it's much easier for me to miss now.
Okay. Well, we're all happy for that, Sean.
She's a 1 out of 10.
She's a 1 out of 10. And the only reason, just to recap, she's a 1 is because she's still living.
She's a vegetable.
Yes. Moving on. Last one for me. You have one more for you. She's a 10, but she doesn't like/root for Tiger Woods.
She's okay.
She back to 1?
Well, yeah, she's probably a feminist.
Wow, we're going in here.
Probably one of those people. No, I am. No, she's not good in my book.
She's not good in Sean's book.
Oh, if I had to rate her, 4.
So I'm going to bring the podcast back to the center in the political aisle here.
I'm just talking about those really far out ones.
Outrageous ones. Yeah. So the outrageous femmes, not in on. We all want women to be treated fairly, blah, 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 blah.
I agree with that.
Of course. But it's one of those, it's like get off your high horse.
Yeah.
Okay? He made a mistake.
It's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he made a mistake.
We all deserve a 700th chance.
A minimum 700 chances. I'm going
Have
above.
you watched him in the Masters?
Yes. It is
He's
so exciting.
wearing red.
I don't understand. And isn't red's got to be some color for some type of awareness?
I bet it is.
Red, you know what red's close to? Pink. Breast cancer awareness. He is a feminist as well.
He is the most faithful man who ever lived.
If you haven't seen the Norm Macdonald is his name?
Macdonald.
If you haven't seen the Norm Macdonald bit on Tiger Woods being the most faithful man that's ever lived, go Google it, go on YouTube and watch it. It is so funny.
It is one of the best bits.
It is so funny. Oh my! I don't want to do it because it's just so much better. Just go watch it. But really,
Gotta factor those gals in.
yes. Well, a normal guy, we have what? 8 chances?
Well,
Say 8,
probably
probably
more,
3.
What about a guy like Tiger? He's not like you and I. He's got million chances.
It was like, hey Tiger, this shot. If you do, you can come back to Perry. I'll blow you. What? I'm so sorry about that.
He goes. What do you think he does after winning the claret jug? You think he's like, I know what I'll do. I'll go back and go to my room and watch the Card Sharks marathon on GSN. I'll invite Mark Calcavecchio over.
Such a good. Please go watch it because we're not doing it justice. It's funny to us because we picture in our head. Go watch the Norm Macdonald bit on Tiger Woods being the most faithful man on earth. Such a funny. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
Yes,
a
legend.
I think everyone loved him, but I kind of still think he's kind of underrated. I think he was
super underrated.
I think he was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
He he did a. So I guess he just released a new Netflix special.
Okay.
That obviously before he died, it would be amazing if it was after. And he apparently, if I'm remembering this correctly, he knew he was going to die and didn't have the opportunity to like do a real special.
Mm-hmm.
So he just like took out his phone and did his stand up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty
cool.
interesting.
I would love to watch that. I haven't got a chance to watch it, but it is on the old checklist
It's on Netflix.
on the list.
All right, last one.
Last one, Sean.
She's a 10, but only goes to the game. Oh, Jesus. Only goes to the game to take 100 cute pictures with me. Oh,
Has to be with you, and I wasn't going to add with you, but it has to be because otherwise you don't care. Go ahead, do what the hell you
Are we
want to do.
talking Mountaineer games?
The games that you like.
Do I have to take her to the games?
Yes, we don't care if you go to the Diamondbacks game and you take pictures, Sean. If there's any Diamondback fans listening, they are so upset. However, if you are a Diamondback,
They're going,
I know. It's terrible.
I actually
We've
do.
been
Like,
good since Luis Gonzalez and Kurt Schilling were on the team.
Luis Gonzalez, special assistant to the GM. He is revered in those hallways. Yeah, jeez. Got 100. Are we talking? That's the literal number we have to take.
No,
just a lot of them.
You're probably because they're all taking boom, 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 boom,
I
boom.
know.
So you're probably taking 50,
Okay.
and they're not good enough. She has to review them.
And she's editing while I'm watching the game.
Yep.
Do I look good in this?
Can you shut up? It's 4th and 2. You've probably watched it. It's 4th and 36. We're going for it because we're down 50.
We're gonna do a draw play. Oh God, that's a tough one. I will say.
To be fair, they're all meant to be tough.
Yeah, I know. I'll say that she goes down to a 6. Nah, 7. She's a 7. It's not too bad.
But she's the 10.
Yeah, she's smoking hot.
Yeah, I try to look a little deeper and why if she's doing
I don't
this,
care
what
if
else is she doing?
That's true. I don't care if it's at like a Yankee game
No.
or
Mountaineers.
Mountaineers is a problem. Mountaineers is a big problem, especially in like middle of the game, like while the plays are going. That's a major. I have a real problem. We'll have to have a conversation. I think that could
Sean's panicking right now.
That could break us up.
Could break us up.
I'm weird about West Virginia.
Sean is very weird about West Virginia. Go Mountaineers. I'm normal fan of West Virginia, so I prefer not to take the pictures, but I will say
I think you're just above interested in the Mountaineers. Like you know what you're doing.
Want them
You're
to
like
be good.
You're like dollar cost averaging the Mountaineers. All the chips are in the middle for me.
Yep, just go in.
Yeah.
I just
Let me know when they're good. Let me know when it's a bull market. That's the good one.
Yeah. I like my teams are important to me. But I'm not so emotionally invested. I remember when I was a kid, because kids are obviously much more emotionally invested in teams than adults are at times.
There are some adults that we see on television who would would be best served to rearrange their priorities.
Correct. But kids are most. I remember when West Virginia would lose, or when the Detroit Pistons would lose. For some reason, I was into them. Big Ben Wallace. I remember, like, it literally would ruin my night.
Yes.
And I remember growing up as an adult and being like, "Oh, that was stupid."
Well, it can't ruin your night.
Sean,
There's a grieving period.
we had a game against who did we lose to? Iowa State, and our family came over. We had a barbecue. We stopped doing these barbecues because on the off chance West Virginia loses,
No, we didn't stop doing them. That was a special instance. When West Virginia lost last year, I was not like that. I was disappointed.
yes, but so let me rephrase. If they're good, and we have to stop doing barbecues on big games
Yes.
because if they lose, Sean excused himself to go to his room to debrief and relax.
I did not.
You excused yourself. You got up from the couch and left.
Maybe briefly.
You
I don't
did
remember that, though.
You did. Oh, I remember it because the best part is our whole family knows. So we're all sitting there.
Oh my God, this
and
is the worst part.
We're all sitting there, and everyone stopped, and the
Yeah,
game was
Wilbur.
over, and we all just kind of looked at Sean, and Sean was sitting there so upset.
We just don't have a lot of opportunities to really put a stamp on the program.
Oh, I know.
And
Great recruiting class,
that
though,
was a year.
2023.
It is unbelievable recruiting.
Neil
class.
Brown. In Neil Brown we trust. We'll see come the fall. You'll hear a lot of phrases like a good riddance from me.
Nick Saban becomes very popular.
Nick Saban. But the thing is that me and you seemingly like team sports the best. We know, although we like golf, it seems like we like team sports the best, and betting is a team sport. Join the WinBet team.
Where's he going with this?
Join the WinBet team and bet with the best. They've got your tickets to every straight bet, parlay, teaser, and props wager, all right at your fingertips. The WinBet app is easy to use, so play with the most trusted brand in the industry. Sign up today and use promo code XSWC. After placing your first $50 wager, you'll receive $200 to bet with. There is another $10 casino bonus for those in New Jersey, Michigan. And again, the promo is XSWC. Offer subject to change terms and conditions at WinBet. Must be 21 or older. Participate only available in Arizona, Colorado, Louisiana, Michigan, New York, New Jersey, Tennessee, and Virginia.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
That's all we have for you today. Now we head over back to Twitter to see today's what am I seeing today? Wow. We're seeing today's
are we seeing,
poll.
Patrick?
We're seeing today's poll. Why couldn't I think of that? Seeing today's poll. Let's see what we got today. We have still 6 minutes left, 82 votes, and this has got to be our closest poll.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the responses. We got Dan Drobness. Shout out Dan Drobness, friend of mine in the city here. His nickname is Death. So that's why he's saying he's a huge death guy. Anthony Cirillo coming in with his picks. No is at minus 150. Yes is at plus 520. If you followed those odds, you're making some money here because yes won at 51.8%. Chris Clark responded, can we get the odds of Pat being on the Carabas pod? Shout out Carabas pod. Shout out Jared Carabas. Odds Pat will appear. We can't do that. It's not sponsored by WinBet. If I could live forever and not age, then I would opt out. But if I continue to age normally, then no, I'd rather die when that day comes. Fair enough. As we spoke about earlier, we would not like to continue to wither away at age 1,000. It probably wouldn't be moving. Age of Adeline. Good movie. I haven't seen it.
Blake Lively.
I know. But gonna have to die. If I can get $1 million the month before I die, then I'd go without the bang. Again, I think.
So what was the final?
The final right now. It was 51.8 when we started. It's now 51.2. 82 votes.
Wow, it's really deadlocked.
Really deadlocked. 51.2% people saying they're opting out of dying.
What an interesting question. It really is an interesting question. That's a real thinker.
It is a real thinker. But I think if you talk it out, you understand that you're never going to do that.
I really think that would be
48.8% people are with the Light brothers in this and opting in on dying. Opting in, even though they have to opt in.
Fascinating. I really find that fascinating.
I find it fascinating too. And check out Sean's podcast where he dives into more of the neurological standpoint of why those people said yes and no.
That's a great idea. I actually will do that.
There you go.
I actually was just reading this book, Evolve Your Brain, and they talk about
and that's all we have for you today. That's all the time we have for you today, folks. Before we get into that.
Somebody out there's going, oh, here we freaking go again.
Another answer. So, Sean, what did you think of the She's a 10? I think it's good. It's trending. It is huge on TikTok right now. Although people aren't just doing She's a 10. They're doing she or he, and they're giving a number, and then so he's a 4, but he going to the gym every day.
Yeah, I like these like thinker questions. Very off brand for me, but this whole podcast is off brand for me.
Yes, it is. It's very off brand for you.
I like it though. It's fun.
Good. Happy to hear that, guys.
think
Until
you are
next
happy to hear
time.
that.
Sorry, we're closed. Follow us on TikTok, and we don't have a TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. It's the only platform that we're on.
I know the boys got me.
Boys got us. God. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Sorry, we're closed.